Welcome back to the Toppy Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our 24/7 news report videos. As always, we start with the headline news, and the headline news this evening is that Everton and Chelsea have joined Manchester United, weighing up a move for Brentford striker Toney. That's come from the Mirror. Yeah, very, very good player. Really like him. I think he's strong. I think he's a good goal scorer, but he also holds up, gets involved with play a lot more, assists as well. He's been on a bit of a good roll early on in the season. But I'm not getting too excited about it. I don't think they sell. I don't think they sell him because I don't think they're in a position where they have to, unless Toney forces a move, because there are clips of him, haven't there, that went viral last year that would suggest that, not that he's not happy, but that well, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, it's sort of it's all good. He's a good player, but I just don't think they're going to sell him to us. So yeah, it's a bit of a no go. I don't think they sell to Chelsea or United either, really, unless it's a silly offer, which is the other reason I don't think we get him. I think they would want lots and lots of money, and personally don't think we've got that type of facility. So I don't think we'll be offering them silly money. United might be able to, maybe even Chelsea might be able to, but I just don't think we're going to be able to, guys. Great player though, great player. One of the better strikers we've been linked with during this striker chase. Next, we have Tottenham are monitoring the Anthony Gordon situation at Everton. However, Chelsea currently looks to be leading the race to sign the winger. That's come via Alistair Gold, who is a Tottenham correspondent for Football London. Honestly, don't think he's what Chelsea need. At the time of recording this, I've watched Leeds beat Chelsea. I don't think Gordon's what they need. They need a striker. Similar to us, they need a striker. I don't think Gordon goes in there and fixes their problems, in all honesty. Don't get me wrong, if the money came about from an Everton perspective, I'd look to sell Gordon if the money was too good to be true. I like him, but I think he lacks certain parts of what we need, aka goal scoring and assists. So yeah, Gordon, 50 million, I would probably take that. I don't think he has the potential to either be worth that or never be worth it again. And I think he's probably, I don't know, it's a tough one to tell, but 50 million is just too good for him. I don't think he's worth 50 million. It seems too good to turn down. And we could use the money right now, really. We also have Ajax have yet to receive any offers for Mohamed Kudus. Ajax do not want to lose the Ghanaian midfielder either. That's come from Freak Janssen. And then I think that's 6 in Roman numerals. Yeah, that's come from Freak Janssen, who is a club watcher for Ajax and a Ajax sports journalist. Yeah, it looks like he's not going anywhere either. Interesting to see where the rumour came from. Does have a couple of injury problems, which is one that if the rumour did have any substance, I'd be a bit worried about. But yeah, I don't know, guys. For me, I don't think this one's going to happen either. The rumour seems to be a bit like the Gabby Barbosa one. It just came out of nowhere. And when they come out of nowhere like that, it sort of makes you think probably not going to happen. We also have that Everton are interested in signing Valencia forward. Maxi Gomez, the price tag is around 12 million. This has come via Paletti Goal. I think we were linked with him last year. Pretty sure we were. Florian Plattenberg, he's a reporter for Sky Sports, normally does Bayern Munich. He does News FC for Bayern Munich and Transfer Market. I think we were linked with him last year, if I'm not mistaken, as was West Ham. He just didn't move anywhere. Personally, I don't really know much about his goal scoring attributes down at Valencia. Listen, at this point, we'd need any capable striker who's not Solomon Rondon. So yeah, if it's him, isn't it? Let's get a striker through the door, because it's a bit tough, isn't it, watching games where we could be winning and you're there watching us thinking, God, a striker scores that, need a striker. Looking at his stats here for last year, this is for this year, which isn't very helpful as he's only played one game. So last year He played 29 games, got 5 goals, 3 assists. The season before that, he played in 31, got 7. So another striker that struggles to get over 10 goals a season. Like I said the other day, though, we're not the prettiest girl at the ball. We are going to have to, curb our sort of ambition a little bit here. We're not going to get a goal a season striker unless it's somebody we sign that just shocks the world. So yeah, Everton are one of the 4 clubs who've registered an interest in United midfielder Scott McTominay. TalkSport claim that the arrival of Casemiro could limit the Scottish international's time. The Blues, along with Leicester, Newcastle and West Ham, are keen to move. McTominay could lose his spot in Erik ten Hag's lineup. We did run a poll on this one, saying would you take McTominay at Everton? So far, 2,698 of you have voted. The poll is closed. 24.4% said yeah, 75.6% said no. I wouldn't take him either. I don't think he's very good. United fans will say it's Fred that's the issue. I think they're both the issue at United. I think Fred is a bit poor, but I think McTominay is equally as poor. It's not one or the other. I think they're both not very good footballers. But I think he just get ripped apart. Also, if we're getting Guay, do we really need him? Begs a question. But yeah, it's a no from me, guys. We also have the Adnan Januzaj latest. Januzaj is waiting for a move to the Premier League amid reported interest from Everton. Journalist Sacha Talavoris claims the Blues could move for the 27-year-old if Anthony Gordon leaves. Januzaj has rejected a load of offers because he wants to come back to the Premier League. I don't rate Januzaj very much. I think he's struggled in Spain, didn't really set the world like that. I think he's injury problems as well. But the club will see this as a free transfer, saves a bit of money, need a bit of depth. If Gordon goes, certainly do. So that's probably one that I could see happening. Can play across the right and the left. Yeah, very, very interesting to see what happens there. I can see us having an interest. Like, this is one that I can see happening. We also have from Record Sport, Frank Lampard is rumoured to be considered for offering a contract to former Celtic midfielder Tom Rogic. The 29-year-old Australian is currently a free agent and has an interest from clubs in Indonesia and Australia. This has come from Record Sport in Scotland. I'm pretty sure I'd read on a group chat before, one of my mates was saying that he has, I think Blackpool are rumoured to be looking at him as well, which shows where Everton are looking. I think it was him. He's basically gone off grid a little bit, and they're all a little bit worried that he's just going to retire, sort of thing. So I don't know how much of this I believe, because it just seems maybe now that it's a bit odd at the minute. A bit odd going on a bit, but it could be interesting. Could be interesting. He'd be a free agent. I think he's got like 8 league titles to his name because obviously he's Celtic. But yeah, a nice footballer. Nice to watch anyway. It's interesting. We'll have to wait and see on this one. But like I said, there were rumours that he could retire and stuff. So I don't know. There's stuff coming out that he's gone a bit off grid and people think he might retire. So that's the major one there. Next, we have news that Everton and Southampton have both made approaches for Manchester United's James Garner. Leicester are prepared to enter the race for the England under-21 international. This has come via Tom Hopkinson, who writes for the Sunday Mirror and Sunday People. Garner seems to have a lot of his fans. A lot of people seem to like this type of player. He is a sort of midfielder that we need. If the price is right, yeah. Obviously, the price has got to be right. He's the right age, sort of profile. I think he's a bit better as a bit better playmaker. As a deep line playmaker, so he's a bit better than McTominay would be in terms of passing the ball, which is what Frank Lampard, I think, wants overall. In the end, is a team with fast passing football. But the price has to be right, and Manchester United might look to fleece us a little bit. It's all a bit tough, isn't it? Out the two from United, I feel like they'll value Garner cheaper than McTominay. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on this one, guys. We'll have to wait and see who we can end up getting out of United, if any of them. And finally, we have the Everton under-21 striker Tom Cannon, who signed a 3-year deal with the club, a new extension, which will keep him until 2025. Hopefully all the best for him. We've got Dobbin, we've got him, we've got Sims. Sims doing very, very well out on loan. Dobbin struggling a little bit, but so are Derby. Be nice to see Cannon or Sims or Dobbin have got game time this season, bearing in mind we've got no striker and we're playing Rondon, but before him we were playing Gordon and Gray there. One of these lads should have been in. I argue Sims is probably ready to be a bit part player in the squad. Off the bench and shouldn't have been let out on loan, but that's just my opinion. Watching him in the Championship score goals while we're struggling for a striker just seems really poor management for me. But that is all we've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Comment down below your thoughts on anything I've spoken about. McTominay, do you want him in Everton? Januzaj, that's another one. Rogic, Gordon, do you think he'll leave? And even Toney, do you think it'll happen? I personally don't think it will, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon.